We are happy to be here in Monza, our home race. It's very special for an Italian driver to be here. You start dreaming here when you are young and now you are there to race, so it's something special.
You feel the atmosphere, you feel the history of the motorsport, of our sport.
When I was child, I was there with my father. The first race I saw, I remember the 1,000 kilometers of Monza was absolutely my dream.
It's very challenging because we have to fight with the car with a low downforce package.
It's my home track. I live 20k from here, so it's definitely my favorite track in Italy.
All our friends, they are here to support us.
A very good vibration for us.
Welcome to historic Monza for round 2 of the 2017 European Le Mans Series. Last month at Silverstone, the opening race was thrilling and full of suspense. Some of the teams will be looking to repeat those performances here, whilst others have still yet to shine.
In LMP2, the season's opener saw drama for G-Drive Racing. A strong lead became a nightmare. Worn tyres on Japanese driver Ryo Hirakawa's machine handed the win to United Autosports, thanks to their better management of tyre degradation. Now G-Drive is looking for revenge.
We had a really tough weekend in Silverstone, but yeah, for sure we have a big confidence to race here. We had a good result in testing in Monza and hope we can get good result this weekend.
Another team looking to bounce back is Dragon Speed. The Silverstone pole sitters were hit by reliability problems during the race.
You know, we showed that we have the pace, but we had an electronic issue, a gearbox related issue in the race which slowed us down a lot. So yeah, we're coming here and we're going to try and get back on the podium.
Lots of support in Monza for the Villorba course team and its all-Italian crew.
All the fans of the people are waiting for us, and it's quite emotional. We are a little bit excited, but we will do our best, and we are sure with our Dallara and with Cetila Villorba course we can do a good race.
With the balanced mix of 3 different manufacturers in the championship's top 10, the battle promises to be especially intense in Monza. The teams came here for pre-season testing. They should be well set up for the track.
It's going to be very close because a lot of people are familiar here with the track, so it's going to be very much down to do you find the right setup and the right way to use that setup, because it's a delicate circuit. It appears to be easy because it's a lot of stop-start corners, you know, the slow chicanes, but to have a good combination of the right setup and the good way to drive, that's going to be very delicate, so I hope we're going to find that sweet spot.
In LMP3, as in LMP2, United Autosports took victory in Silverstone, a great result in a highly competitive category.
Yeah, we're just really excited to get going, and you know, Silverstone was kind of a dominant weekend, so we want to see if we can do the same here.
There's lots of teams who've got a chance to win, so any error is going to be costly. You're going to lose lots of ground in the overall classification. In GTE, Aston Martin shone at home in England. Unusually, there were no Ferraris on the podium, and they'll be keen to strike back.
Monza is the spiritual home of Ferrari, and we're here in Italy, so yeah, I think we should be. The ELMS is going to be super competitive as always, but if a Ferrari can't be quick in Monza, I think there's something wrong, so we're definitely confident.
The Temple of Speed is about to open for business, and with some of these ELMS cars reaching top speeds of over 300 kilometers per hour, this qualifying session is set to be a fast one.
Qualifying session for the GTs will start on time. 3, 2, 1. Pit lane is now open.
Matteo Cairoli goes second fastest in the Porsche, nearly half a second off the best set by the 51 Ferrari. But the Italian was demoted to third by the end of the session. Fernando Reis going well in the Corvette, putting in a quick lap just before the flag and then taking second. But another quicker lap puts him a quarter of a second behind the Ferrari. It was Matt Griffin in the number 51 Spirit of Race Ferrari 488 who set the fastest time of all. A Ferrari on pole at Monza. Perfect for the Italian fans.
We worked really hard with my engineer to give me the car I needed for qualifying. We didn't get a chance to run new tyres in free practice, and when we were kind of thereabouts, we were like, we think we're good, but sometimes you don't know until you put the new tyres on. So car was excellent. I was absolutely maximum attack. I had nothing left in the tank. Monza's a great place, and it's when you're absolutely right on the limit and in a Ferrari around Monza, I think is one of the best feelings in the world. So really, really happy.
Spirit of Race have pole from Labra's Corvette and Proton's Porsche. The Silverstone pole sitters lining up fourth.
Qualifying for LMP3 cars has started.
Championship leader Sean Rahal was in there and swinging for United Autosports. He'd end up in fourth. A quick run from Mathieu Lahaye put the number 17 Ultimate car fastest, but he'd be eased down to third. Ricky Capo claimed second spot on the grid for M Racing YMR, the Norma chassis performing strongly against the Ligiers. But it was Wayne Boyd of United Autosports who claimed pole.
I was happy enough, yeah. When you get pole, it's always a good feeling. On the radio type thing, you don't find out to the in lap. And they actually kept me waiting for a while before they told me. I thought it was a bit cruel, but no, huge thanks to United Autosports and all the guys. We've been working hard this weekend, and we definitely deserve this one.
United Autosports Ligier and that of Ultimate first and third, sandwiching M Racing YMR's Norma that qualified in second.
Qualifying session for LMP2 has started.
Third fastest time went to G-Drive's Rio Hirakawa, eager to erase Silverstone woes. Nick Lapierre went second fastest in the Oreca, his time beaten narrowly by compatriot Enzo Guibert, 1100s clear in the number 39 Graf Racing machine.
Yes, fantastic lap. It's my first qualification and I'm very happy for this.
Top four all in the 136s, covered by 3/10, and the top three all Oreca chassis.
He joined Ferrari at just 17 years old. By 19, he became Ferrari's youngest ever test driver. These days, he's one of the world's most experienced GT racers, and he also holds the honour of being the only man to have driven every Ferrari Formula One race car. We met the man who usually calls this place home, Andrea Bertolini.
Ferrari is like my second wife, no? It's my family. I feel like at home. I live 2 kilometers from Maranello, and many times when we did the F1 test in the past, so my wife, she heard the noise from the house. Fortunately, in my career, I race always with a strong team, good car, and a strong teammate. And for this reason, I won 8 championships. I am really, really proud of every success. The development of the car, the performance improve every year. And our baby now, the 488, is a really, really strong car, really perfect race car. But also the first Ferrari I drove in the GT category was the 360 GT, and also was the first GT car under corse clienti. So I am really proud of this car. Three, 4 years ago, one friend of mine, he told to me really serious, but you know, Andrea, you will be the only one to drive all the Formula One Ferrari. And then I started to think about that. I said, it's true. It's really dream, because you feel and you understand every era of a motorsport, how it was difficult, how probably also the driver enjoyed the car. And for me, this is one of the really amazing experience from Ferrari. Every day is different, and this make me really happy. I put my energy like 110%. I enjoy, and then is my philosophy to do always the best. Yeah, in the past I received many offers from different brands, but for me it's really difficult. I don't want to change anything in my life. It's 25 years in Ferrari. I am really proud about that. The Ferrari give me every day something new and a really extraordinary motivation to keep going to work on the top level. I am lucky.
Grazie mille.
Every time you drive this circuit, it's just incredible. And I think with the long straights and the high speeds we're going to get, we're going to have some amazing racing today.
Fantastic. Never seen so many Italians in one place. It's fantastic.
The Italians are really passionate about their racing. They know us all. It's really cool. Always a pleasure to spend time with the fans. Here in Italy, they're deeply in love with motorsport. It's a real pleasure to meet them. The autograph session is a nice way to give something back to the fans. They're part of the family. They've got the endurance racing spirit.
Welcome to the grid, where the cars are already lined up and raring to go to start this race here at Monza. And a man that knows all about this place is Matteo Caroli in the Proton Porsche. Matteo, this is kind of home for you, isn't it?
I'm living really close to here. I'm 20 kilometers, so I know this track very well. I mean, I raced many times here, so all the time I come here racing, it's always a great feeling, because I can breathe a really good atmosphere. So it's just amazing.
Now we have a Ferrari on GTE pole this weekend. Where are the Porsche's strong points at this circuit?
I mean, at the moment I don't know, because we will see during the race. At the moment on the quickest lap they were a bit faster than us, but I think that during the race, managing the tires and managing all the situation, maybe we can getting a bit closer. I hope so, because I mean, the Ferrari, you know, it's an Italian brand, so they need to be on pole here in Monza. But I'm Italian too, and I really hope to be at the front.
Best of luck. Enjoy the race.
Thank you very much.
Starting from pole position in GTE this weekend, it's the number 55 Ferrari. Aaron Scott, it's great to see the Ferrari on pole here, of course, at Monza, but this is the first pole for you guys since Red Bull Ring in 2015, so it must be a great feeling for you.
Yeah, it's great. We've obviously Silverstone was pretty good for us, and there's a good feeling and good vibe in the team this year. And obviously being with the Ferrari in Monza, it's the best place to start.
And here at the head of the LMP3 pack, well, it's the number 3 United Autosports car, Mark Patterson. You guys, as a team, had a fantastic race at Silverstone. Those 2 class wins, but not for your car. Is it your turn this weekend?
It might well be. We got a little hotshot here from Northern Ireland. It got P1 for us. And last time at Silverstone, we had a few clutch problems that cost us a lot of seconds, but we didn't win fair and square by a long shot. So the other guys were the better car last time. This time, we're going to go for it.
Now, it's the first time for the championship in a long time racing at Monza. What do you think of the circuit?
Huge, huge. This is an awe-inspiring place. I'm sure you've noticed at the prologue and now at these tests, lots of crashes, lots of spins. Everybody overestimates their skill on this track, which tells you a lot about the track. Fantastic place to race.
Well, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Thanks, Mark.
We're going to have a ball. Thank you. Ciao.
Well, here on the second row of the grid is where we'll find the other United Autosports car and Philippe Albuquerque. Now, Philippe, you had a fantastic race at Silverstone and, of course, arrive here leading the championship.
Yeah, it's very good. But as you know as well from my previous years, I led many times races and championship. But the most important is in the end. I think the secret is really always finishing the races to get points. P4, it's still a good position for this race, and it's a fantastic weather. Let's see.
Absolutely. Now you've got 3 Orecas starting ahead. Is the Ligier strong enough here at Monza?
Well, every race we go, we are finding out who is the strongest at which places. Definitely, it looks like the Orecas are a little bit stronger in the straights, and at least on the top speed. I was a little bit quicker in the middle sector where we have the most corners. Let's see how it is the tire degradation, because that paid off for us last race. And it's as well a good test for Le Mans and everything. So we will see in the race if it's really impossible to overtake the Orecas, or if they can overtake us, or if it's just like slipstream is effective or not. So there is a bunch question marks that no one knows actually. So we can only secure a good position, and then we will see where we end up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And starting on the front row in second place, it's Dragon Speed. I'm joined here by Henrik. Are you looking forward to this race here at this fantastic circuit?
Yeah, it's a classic circuit, and really looking forward to the race. I think the P2 battle is going to be fantastic today.
Yeah, now at Silverstone, you guys obviously had a lot of pace, qualifying on pole, but the race didn't quite go your way.
No, we had some issues with the gearbox, so we had to stop. But today I think we can do better, and we had the pole at Silverstone and finished 10th, and now we're P2. I'd rather take P2 and have a good race, so hopefully we'll have a good one this time.
Absolutely. Enjoy the race. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, the cars and drivers are just about ready. There's 36 cars on this grid, and they've all got to get through a very tight chicane at the end of this straight. It's going to be fascinating. The 4 hours of Monza is about to get underway. Let's go racing.
Of the formation lap.
We are ready for round 2 of the 2017 European Le Mans Series here at Monza. Enzo Guibert pacing the field. Nico Lapierre in the white Dragon Speed car alongside. This is Giorgio Serignotto's view from 6 on the grid, and it's going to get busy. Heading to the green light. Here we go. Reds are still on. Guibert on the left of the screen, pacing this massive field here at Monza, ready for 4 hours of cutthroat racing. Long hold on the red, everybody jockeying for position. Green, we are go at Monza. And a good start from poleman Enzo Schwiebert, Nico Lapierre alongside him in the white Dragon Speed car. And Schwiebert on the left will hold the lead into the first corner. Side by side, G-Drive United Autosports for third. Looks like United's Hugo de Sadelaire might have that and all. Bumping and boring behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LMP3 cars will have to try and blend in on the exit of the runoff area. We're on board with Sally Yolik in the TF Sport. Aston Martin, the Silverstone winners in GTE. Schwiebert already down to the Roger. Lapierre in second. United Autosports third, Hugo de Sadelaire. And down to fifth place, the orange and black G-Drive car of Mimo Rojas. He's been jumped by Giorgio Sereniotto as well. Background, somebody smoking. Frits van Aert, Team Netherlands. Looks like deranged bodywork or possibly a puncture. Rally crossing out to the Lesmos. Anders Fjordback, the blue car. Through goes Fabian Barthez. Busy stuff already. Enzo Schwiebert heading down under the banking. Pressure for Nico Lapierre. He's been harassed from behind by Hugo de Sadelaire. De Sadelaire for United Autosports. All over the back of Lapierre. Well, let's take a look again at the start. Everybody just about made it through. First 10 or 12 cars. Then it gets about 4 wide. Bit of bunching, bumping. And about a third of the LMP3 field just goes, whoop, I'm going straight on here to avoid contact. And this was why Alexander Talkanitsa in the middle of that group, just nowhere to go, track full of cars, take the escape road. Leader pulling away from Nico Lapierre in second, and behind looking fourth, Giorgio Sereniotto, trying to have a little move, pulling out of the slipstream of Hugo de Sadelaire, no chance down into the first corner yet. United Autosports number 3 car leading in LMP3, already up to 12th place with Wayne Boyd, again on board with the Valoba Corsa car. And here's your GTE leaders. White Porsche is Christian Ried, and behind you can just about see the Corvette. That's Fernando Reis, used to driving Aston Martins. They're right in the middle of the LMP3 battle, and Reis trying to go around the outside, inside contact. Andrea Dromedari, he's stuck in the middle of the road. Aaron Scott goes 3 in the Ferrari. He moves up into second in GTE.
Problem at T2. I've got car 5012 on number 4 stopped at T1.
I'm sure that one will go to the stewards. Reis trying to come around the outside of the black Euro International car. And Dromedari goes straight for the apex. GTE lead battle on board with Aaron Scott. Christian Ried right in front. As Scott, of course, got by Fernando Reis for second in the class in that first corner chicane. Fritz Aert coming past as he recovers from his earlier problem. Red and white car, Richard Bradley going around the outside of Giorgio Sereniotto. And through he goes for fourth place. And in front of them, some of the LMP3 cars that were caught up in that little incident. There's the number 4 car. That was the other car blocked by Fernando Reis. Challenge for the GTE lead. Aaron Scott in a green and white Ferrari around the outside. Oh, Christian Ried rides the curbs and gives him space. Change in the leads. That could have gone very badly wrong. Aaron's teammates appreciating that one. Well, and this is how not to do it into Ascari. Don't give each other room. You'll both end up in a gravel trap. Alexander Talkanitsa Jr. turning in here, but Eric Debar already committed on the inside. Bumps over the curbs. And there's contact.
We have double yellows entering P8. I've got 2 cars in the gravel. I'm going to neutralize this. Full course yellow.
Everybody will now have to slow right down behind the full course yellow. Let's take a look at what happened after that incident. Look on the right-hand side. Nico Lapierre was in second place. Through goes the Graf car behind the Ferrari. Lapierre off in the gravel. And in fact, he came across the line in fourth. Eric Debar paying a penalty for his impetuosity. Still stuck in the gravel, the Panis Barthez car. GTE leader in the pits. Spirit of race. Come in. Number 55 car will top off with fuel Aaron Scott. And this might be vital later in the race. He's not the only one in the pit lane either. A few other callers. Driver changes going on as Eric Debar gets going once more.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green. Track is back to green. Full course yellow is removed. Track is back to green.
Leaders all together. This is the battle for third now. Look at that. Nico Lapierre with the blue stripe up there. Dragon Speed car. Enzo Juibert closest to us with Richard Bradley behind. And Lapierre already back up to third. Good restarting by the Frenchman for Dragon Speed. Got ahead of Giorgio Serna-Giotto. Now he's setting off after the leaders. That's Richard Bradley, second place car. Lights going on and off. He's trying to get it going again.
I've got a car on the grass at T5 exit, drivers left, entering T6.
Bradley moving again, heading down to the first of the Lesmos. Hopefully all's okay. Trouble at the first chicane. Henri Acide for Duquesne Engineering. What happens here? LMP3 battle, watch it. LMP2 cars coming by, not quite enough room. Acide and the number 5 car, I think that is, made contact. That's the Estonian Tristan Viidas. Leaders in GTE traffic. Through goes Enzo Juibert. The Aston Martin red, white and blue car is Andrew Howard ahead of Jody Fannin in the red, black and yellow Ferrari. And you saw there how Nico Lapierre, who's up to second, got held up and into the Rogier and into the Lesmos. Now he'll dive by the Aston Martin, leave them to battle for what is 4th place in GTE. Enzo Juibert getting the break in traffic there. Anders Fjordbach pulls out of the slipstream down the inside of Giorgio Serna-Giotto, and as they came across the line with Lapierre in the pits having his first stop, this is now the battle for third. Fjordbach started 9th, rally crossing on the first lap, now up to third. Very good stuff. Serna-Giotto in 4th position, started in 6th spot, and he's had a good run from the start of the race as well. LMP3 cars in front in the Variante Ascari, and that's bad news. Fjordbach held up, and here comes Serna-Giotto. Oh my goodness, look at the extra speed he's got on board, running down to the Parabolica. Went straight by, no question at all. Fjordbach had nowhere to go there. Change again for third. Leader in the pits, Graf Racing ready for Enzo Juibert, the number 39 car. Looks like there will be no driver change, just fuel. Paul Lafargue staying on board the number 28 IDEX Sport car. Fuel only for high class. Fjordbach stays in that one. Enzo Juibert out of the pits on the left. Look on the right hand side, the white car with the blue nose and the stars. That is Nico Lapierre for Dragon Speed. So the top 2 on the grid have now swapped positions. But that's not the lead, that's 4th. Hugo de Sadler leads for United. Mima Rojas second, G-Drive. Andrea Roda in 3rd. Black car, Giorgio Mondini, the yellow highlights. That is Ricky Capo for M Racing YMR. Battle for 3rd in LMP3. Young Aussie towing right up behind the experienced Italian, who seems to have forgotten where the first corner is at Monza. Goes straight through, and he's bound to open up an advantage now, even though strictly you are not supposed to. Second stop at Algarve Pro Racing for Andrea Roda. Stopped earlier behind the safety car. Fuel only this time, and a little attention to the right front. Hugo de Sadler at United Autosports. Door is open. Will Owen ready to get in. He is going to take over the car. This car was in second in LMP2, second overall. Nico Lapierre, our new race leader. Pit stops have started to work themselves out. Dragon Speed have only stopped once. At the Lesmos, Giorgio Serna-Giotto inside Jody Fannin in the JMW Motorsport Ferrari. Was not quite enough room there in the Lesmos. On board with Aaron Scott, GTE race leader. All trouble in front. That's Sean Rahal and Alexander Talkanitsa Sr.
I've got a car in the gravel, car 9. He tangled up with another car.
Well, we don't see how it started, but we see how it ended, don't we? The United car going off with the AT Racing machine. 2 into 1, not fitting that well. All from on board. Talkanitsa trying to pinch an inch, and Sean Rahal really with nowhere to go there. Come on guys, you've got to survive 4 hours of this. Sean Rahal just about keeping the car moving. Look how rough it is though in the gravel trap. Comes up, oh, Fernando Reis in the Corvette. Spinning as he was exiting the corner, trying to avoid that car. That was close.
Full course yellow, full course yellow.
Fernando Reis perhaps understandably bringing the Labra Corvette into the pits. It's 2 incidents, 1 lurid spin there, and a driver change going on at Labra. And fresh tyres, I'm sure, as well as a tank of fuel, will be required there. Oh, it's a bit of a high-speed lose. Gravel everywhere being blown back, hopefully off the track. In comes the race leader, Nico Lapierre, hands over the number 21 Dragon Speed entry to the gentleman driver, Henrik Hedman. Another excellent Lapierre stint. Charlie's in the garage with him.
That looked like it was going well for you, the stint towards the end there. How are you looking strategy-wise for this race?
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, the car was quite competitive and the pace was okay. The first stint we were stuck behind the Graf car, which has a better top speed than us, and their pace was good. So the plan was to stop a bit earlier and try to undercut to get in front of them, which worked really well. And then we could pull away a bit, and then this full course yellow opportunity was good for us to stop, because we didn't take the first one, we had to take this one, and now it's looking good. It's pretty hot there, so the tires are suffering, but apart from that, it's quite okay.
In from 4th as well comes Giorgio Senagiotto, hands over to Roberto Lacotte. Driver change at Villorba Corsa. Andrea Bellicchi, the 3rd man in that car. The all-Danish car. Anders Fjordbach handing over to Dennis Anderson at High Class Racing. Let's take a look back at that incident that brought out the yellow. Alexander Talkanitsa Sr., Sean Rahal make contact. Rahal bounces back on. Look how wide those GTE cars go. Fernando Reis hasn't got enough room. Charlie's at AT Racing.
It's really not been the race for you, has it?
No, it's. I guess it's one of those days you don't want to have in racing. But yeah, both times we weren't responsible for the crash. I think you can see it from the onboards. So the only positive thing is that I think that's enough bad luck for the season for us.
Green, we are off to green.
Up to speed, Ricky Capo, the LMP3 leader, ahead of Giorgio Mondini. So everybody back to green flag racing with 2 hours 40 minutes remaining. Enzo Joubert in at Graf as they were going green, and that's a tactical error. Graf Racing car coming back out and now down to 5th position. The Rahal Talkanitsa incident under investigation, and it's worse for the team because look, they're under investigation for pit stop infringement as well. Looks like their bad luck is not all done. Oh, more trouble at the first corner. Number 10, Andres Mendes.
Going full course yellow at 55. We have yellow flags at T1. Full course yellow at 55. In 15 seconds I go full course yellow.
Just saw the G-Drive car of Leo Roussel taking 3rd from Roberto Lacourt. What happened here? Watch the pink nose car. Oh, all on his own, I'm afraid. Barreling into the barriers. And the RLR Motorsport car goes out wide and spins on the grass as well. No damage done to them, but that Oregon car has got a lot of front-end damage. Well, he's trying to get it back to the pits. Got a full lap to go. Will it make it? Looks like it might. And there is the Oregon team.
Track is back to green.
Race leader, 21 Dragon Speed car, the second in your shot. That is Henrik Hedman. Working his way through LMP3 traffic and hoping there's enough room. Roberto Lacourt chasing Dennis Anderson, the number 49 High Class Racing Danish entry. On board with Lacourt. And the Villorba Corsa car down the inside. Putting himself in a strong position under braking. Through he goes. That's 2nd place there. Battle for 6th position is the 2 Graf Racing entries. And of course, the red, white and blue car led early on. Eric Trier chasing down Frank Martelli now. They have not made the best use of their pit stops, that's for sure. Rob Smith, second in GTE, just got ahead of Roman Brandela in the Labra competition Corvette. JMW's last race with his 458 Italia. Storming drive from G-Drive's Leo Roussel inside for 2nd place, going by Roberto Lacourt at the first chicane. On board with Lacourt. So Roussel picking up places left, right and centre now. That's Talk with Motorsport. Looks like they've got a problem with the car. Lead battle. G-Drive on the inside, and Leo Roussel takes the lead from Henrik Hedman in the white and blue Dragon Speed car. Leo Roussel absolutely flying for G-Drive Racing, trying to put that disappointment of Silverstone behind them. More LMP3 traffic in front, a wheel-to-wheel battle. Nick Minasian there at Dragon Speed. Henrik Hedman in traffic, and look behind, Roberto Lacorte into the Parabolica. Hedman inside the M Racing YMR car, but gets held up, and Lacorte with a really good run. He moves up to second place, and that's desperately tight. LMP3 cars can be a real pain to the LMP2s. Down at the Roger, and trouble for Giorgio Mondini, Euro International driver, second place in LMP3. GTE leader in the pits, Duncan Cameron taking over from Aaron Scott, but the wheel's going underneath, it's going back in the garage. They will lose the lead in the class. This is bad news for Spirit of Race. 2 hours to go for our GTE pole sitter and everyone else, but this car has been in the lead most of the way. GTE leaders now, Rob Smith for JMW Motorsport. And this 458 Italia having its swan song here in Monza. Fittingly in Italy, it'll be its last race, won its first ever race, and a bunch in between. Roman Brondola in the number 50 Corvette. Labour Competition entering here to test the team for Le Mans, and adding Aston expert Fernando Reis to their lineup. Midway point of the race, 63 laps over 360 kilometres. G-Drive lead Dragon Speed, with Graf Racing up to third position now. In the LMP3 class, M Racing YMR on top. And in the GTE, it is JMW. Rob Smith in the pits, the GTE race leader, handing over to Johnny Cocker. Team lost out in the GTE title race at the finale last year, mechanical issues and collision damage. But right now, they're looking pretty strong.
You're getting rid of your car. This is the last race for the number 66 and the 458. But that was a very good run, wasn't it? Are you changing your mind?
I love this car. This is a very, very special weekend for JMW. The last run in the 458. I think it's been in the family now for 7 years, and I don't want it to go. But times change, and we've got to move on.
Third place in GTE TF Sport, Ewan Hankey is handing over to Nicky Team, and in the inset, Roman Brondola handing over the second place Corvette to his teammate Christian Philippon. Battle for 6, Graf Racing versus United.
Okay, Ross, so the next few laps are really important to get some good lap times in if you've got a clear track. Other cars have stopped ahead of us. So push, please.
Ross Gahn being given the hurry up at Beechdean, and this is a problem. Frank Martelli, the number 40 car. And don't forget that happened with Richard Bradley at the wheel early on. Come to a grinding halt, and he's going to have to do a complete reset. And that is a very quick bit. There aren't many slow bits of Monza, but Lesmo won. Quick as you like, away he goes again. Here is the Corvette versus Aston battle, the Aston Martin Nicky Team. This is for third in GTE. Christian Philippon in the Corvette, right behind Andrea Bertolini, the Italian, in the 51 Ferrari. And look at the top end speed of the Corvette, just creeping back against the Aston. The Ferrari trying to decide which way to go. Nicky Team takes third, and fourth goes to Andrea Bertolini. Christian Philippon got dive bombed by both of them there. More trouble at the Rogia. You come here so fast out of Curva Grande. And that's the Panis Bartes LMP3 car. Look at the Graf Racing 39 car, the one that started on pole. Not quite enough room there. GTE class leaders, JMW Motorsport, should have a single orange light on the side. Does it? Can't quite tell. Second, TF Sports Aston. Third, Spirit of Racing, Andrea Bertolini, right behind Nicky Team. And the pros are in now with Johnny Cocker there. Darren Turner in the 99 Beechdean Aston as well in 6th. Here's our LMP3 leader, M Racing YMR. And Erwin Creed sharing with Ricky Capo. A new Norma chassis. Ivan Miller with 2 Ligiers. I said to him, why have you got a Norma? Well, next year everybody might want one, he said with a smile. Battle for third, exiting the Ascari chicane. You can see the white car, that's number 21. Matt McMurray right behind, Henrik Hedman pulling out of the slipstream in the number 25 machine. Down the inside into the Parabolica, the Algarve Pro racing car moves up to third place. The much delayed Graf racing car, the red and black machine, just in front of them. Race leader in the pits, G-Drives, Lea Roussel. Great stint, hands over to Ryo Hirakawa. Now, how is their tyre management this time round? It's what undid their charge at Silverstone. In gets the Toyota development driver. Nico Lapierre watching at Dragon Speed. They led early on. Teammate Ben Hanley is in the 21 car, in third place at the moment. Away he goes. Battle for second. Anders Fjordbach in 49, catching Felipe Albuquerque. Portuguese driver held up in traffic in the 32 United Autosports car. The red, white and blue machine going deep on the inside. He's going to make Fjordbach go the long way round, and Fjordbach takes the bait. Through he goes. Little wiggle into Ascari, but he got through up to second. We'll take a look here. Oh, was there a tiniest touch? I think there was. Wow. LMP3 leader still Erwin Creed in the M Racing YMR number 19 machine. Ivan Muller, four-time World Touring Car Champion, raced single-seaters. He's also raced sports cars, now retired and running this team. Johnny Cocker has handed over 66 to Jody Fannin. They slip down to fourth place in the pit stop cycle. Number 90 Aston Martin is in for TF Sport, comes in from the race lead. Nicky T will hand over to Ewan Hankey to do the final run. Less than an hour to go. LMP3 second place. Davide Uboldi being dive bombed by Alexandre Cuno. He goes through in the number 18 machine. That's a really good pass for M Racing YMR. They're now first and second. Wow. Ben Hanley in the Dragon Speed car on the charge, passing Andrea Pizzitola for third. Ryo Hirakawa, final pit stop now for G-Drive. No tyres? That might be a gamble. How's it going to work out? Charlie's with the team.
You've just done your final stop. Did you take tyres?
No, we didn't. Just taking fuel, and Rio has a very good pace right now, so I think he will be all right with his tires for the end of the race.
First corner, battle for third place in LMP3. Davide Uboldi in too deep. Jean-Baptiste Lahaye trying to go the long way around the outside. Uboldi eases him into the gravel. Down towards the Parabolica they come again. Jean-Baptiste Lahaye this time with the inside run on Davide Uboldi. And this will be the change for third in LMP3 with just half an hour left to race. Battle for third place in GTE. Look at the red, white and blue Beechdean Aston of Rosgan. We heard the team on the radio giving him the hurry up. Now he's coming around the outside of Giorgio Roda in a 51 Ferrari. Takes third spot. That's a good pass by Ross Gunn. And the other cars in the class not too far in front. You can see the Corvette in second. Andrea Bertolini and Gianluca Roda in the Ferrari garage. Andrea Pizzitola trying to go the long way round. Paul Petit in the number 39 Graf Racing car under the banking. Looks like the Italian is just in front in the number 25 Algarve Pro car into the braking area and hangs on. So that's him up to fifth place in LMP2 at Ascari. Last pit stop surely for Villorba Corsa. Door open for a drinks bottle, I think. Andrea Bellicchi staying in. Yes, he is.
For not respecting the slowing down at the start of the full course yellow procedures, the stewards have decided to give drive-throughs to cars 11, 11, 17, 17, 22, 22, 25, 25.
Rio, box this lap. We have a drive-through, save fuel.
Nick Menassion watching the action. Ryo Hirakawa, you heard the team telling him he's got to drive through. In he comes. This is the race leader G-Drive. Or will he keep second place? The Algarve Pro car also penalised, and the other two cars are in LMP3. This is major drama for G-Drive Racing. In Silverstone it was tyres, here it's not slowing down under full course yellow. Is that going to cost them the race? Inside the final 20 minutes here, and it is still busy everywhere at Monza. Anders Fjellback flying by those cars. Here is a GTE battle. Spirit of Race in 4th, Proton Competition in 5th position. And the Porsche goes around the outside at the Parabolica for 4th place. Have they got enough time to make it onto the podium? That looks unlikely. Smoky lockup at Ascari. That's Jürgen Krebs in the number 5 by Speed Factory LMP3 car. Second place battle. Anders Fjellback has got by that delayed LMP3 car. Through comes Ben Hanley. The gap has closed right down. Look at that. Fjellback flashing the headlights, but Hanley is coming in hard and fast behind. The Dragon Speed entry is not out of this, already in a podium spot. Well, maybe a couple more laps to try and get by Anders Fjellback. Fjellback gets the break in traffic. The Cool Racing LMP3 car in the way, but Hanley's got speed on the exit to drive around him. Didn't lose much. Fjellback this time held up in traffic. Down to Ascari. Fjellback goes defensive early. Hanley looking high. Is he going to go underneath? No. He's going to pile on the pressure. Nico Lapierre smiling there in the background with Henrik Hedman. Ben Hanley still harassing Anders Fjellback, who doesn't find a gap. Locks up, goes down the escape road. Hanley now down the inside into the Ravazza. Fjellback could have pulled away but decided not to. Yes, delight at Dragon Speed. Well, this is where it went wrong. Anders Fjellback had nowhere to go.
Leader on the last lap.
Memo Rojas and Lea Roussel watching as Rio Hirakawa starts the final lap. Victory eluded them at Silverstone, surely not here at Monza. Lea Roussel with a great middle stint really put them at the front of the field. Down to the Parabolica for the final time. The checkered flag awaits. Fingers crossed. It's Rio Hirakawa for G-Drive, who's going to be first to the line. G-Drive win the 4 Hours of Monza. Despite the drive-through penalty, they have pulled it off.
I'm so proud about my team, Dragon Speed G-Drive Racing. My teammates, Leo Roussel and Hirakawa, they drove amazing. We had a big obstacle at the end with the drive-through penalty, but everybody drove so well that we were able to compensate it with good driving from my teammates.
A fine win for G-Drive. Dragon Speed a great second, and high-class Dane Train, they take third place. Their first win of the year sees G-Drive overhaul United Autosports for the series lead. High Class in third place. Top three with 3 different chassis manufacturers. M Racing YMR claimed the first LMP3 win for a Norma anywhere.
It's unbelievable, to be honest. The last time we were here in the prologue testing, there was an incident with the car, so to come back just a couple months later and have our first victory in this car and first one of the season, it's unbelievable. I'm so proud of the team. They have worked so hard. They are here all day and night, and I'm glad we got to put on a good show for them all, and I'm really proud of the team today.
It's a 1-2 for Ivan Muller's team. The number 18 Ligier taking second place. Ultimates Ligier, the number 17, in third spot. 2 podiums in a row for Ultimate, the new LMP3 points leaders. Monza's winners in second. Just 1 Norma battling a sea of Ligiers, but they are title contenders. In the GTE class, victory for JMW Motorsport as they retire their old lady, the Ferrari 458 Italia.
Brilliant. This was an amazing win for the car. The first time it ever went out on circuit, it won at Paul Ricard. And I think 7 years later, the home of Ferrari at Monza, it wins again. It's an absolute fairy tale.
Silverstone winners TF Sports take second with their Aston, third for the 99 car of Beechdean AMR. And TF Sport then keep the championship lead. What a beginning to the season for Sally Yolick and Ewan Hankey. They made their debut in the Michelin Le Mans Cup last year, stepped up to ELMS, and with Nicky Team they now have the points lead.
Well, that was the first 4 hours of Monza, and boy, it did not disappoint. There were fairy tale stories throughout the categories. Do make sure you join us next time for more of the same fantastic on-track action when we'll be headed to Red Bull Ring.
ELMS weekend.
Red Bull Ring. Michelin
Le Mans Cup.
European Le Mans Series. 3 categories.
LMP2,
LMP3,
GT.
Join us for the ELMS weekend to see the European Le Mans Series, the Michelin Le Mans Cup, and the Euro Cup Formula Renault 2.0.
Join us.
Be there.
See you at the Red Bull Ring.